What's up, guys? My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel and to a very, very belated February budget with me. I usually get these up like at the end of the month prior, so this should have gone up like late January, but yeah, January was not a productive month for me at all. So I asked you guys on Instagram, like, should I just skip to March or should I still post February's budget with me? And the majority of you still wanted me to post February. So here we are, we're gonna go through it, see what we're doing with our money for February. And as always, if you like this spreadsheet, you can get it for yourself. It's linked in the video description. It comes with a detailed video tutorial and it is an instant download to Google Sheets. So you can get started with budgeting like right now, today. So check it out if you haven't already, and let's talk about our budget. All right, for income, we have budgeted $10,150 for income, and before the month starts, we always allocate all that income into different categories to make sure we are putting our money where it's going to go the most for our family, and that is called a zero-based budget. That's why up here where it says left to budget is zero. If I deleted anything out, you would see left to budget is no longer zero. And so as I am allocating our money each month, I always make sure this left to budget is zero. So we do have a true zero-based budget. All right, so starting over here with my Roth IRA, we have budgeted $300. I would love to max this out by the end of 2025. Obviously, like, we're very early in the year, so there's plenty of time to make that happen. At the same time, in order to max it out, I need to be putting closer to $600 a month in here to hit that $7,000 max for 2025. So we have some catching up to do later in the year. But for now, like, every dollar counts, and I'm trying to tell myself that. So $300 is better than $0. So $300 for my Roth IRA for February. Next, for the last debt on our debt-free journey, this has been our last debt for quite a while. We're at the beginning of year 6 of paying off debt, and although we still have one debt left and it's not over yet, we are still making progress each and every month, and that is the most important thing. Each month our debt is less than it was the prior month, and just like all months recently, we are paying the minimum payment on this debt, which is my husband's student loan from graduate school. The interest rate is 2.8%, and it just doesn't make sense to throw any extra we have at that, so we are just paying the minimum of $830. All right, taking a look at our expenses, we have our mortgage, and that we have budgeted $4,300. It's really closer to like $4,250, but I just rounded up to the nearest 100 just to put a little bit extra to principal, because the interest rate on that is closer to 6.5%. I think it's like 6.4 or so. That $4,300 does include taxes and insurance, but yeah, that's a big payment, our biggest payment the whole month. So that is our mortgage, and then we've got life insurance. My husband and I each have term policies. I got mine through Policy Genius, and I really enjoyed working with them for that because they made the process very easy. They comparison shopped different life insurance companies for me to get me the best rate. They set it up so somebody could come to my house for the medical exam. Like, it was just a very seamless process. So I would recommend them if you are thinking about getting term life insurance. I have a lot of life insurance for a very reasonable cost. Obviously, like, between me and my husband, it's about $100 for all of our life insurance. So if you've been thinking about life insurance, definitely check out Policy Genius. I'll have them linked in the video description. For internet and cell phone together is $115. And then for car insurance, we've budgeted $127. Utilities is higher than normal this month that I've budgeted for, because we do have to pay our quarterly town bill on top of our gas and electric that we normally pay every month. Our quarterly town bill is for trash, water, and sewer. So hopefully that's enough. I know there's been like some really big Eversource gas bills lately in Massachusetts that I've been like hearing on the news about. So hopefully that's enough for us for this month. But winter is coming to an end, yay, finally, and so these amounts should go down in the coming months. And I'm just trying to remember that, like, it's not forever that we have these giant gas bills, because it's starting to warm up. Well, it's not starting to warm up. It's going to start warming up. We have had like a lot of snow and sleet, and like, yeah, it's really slushy here right now. It's like icy. It's not fun. Especially being pregnant, like, I get nervous about slipping on black ice and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to like everything thawing out and being able to like walk around and it'd be spring and take walks outside again. It's gonna be really nice. For groceries, we've budgeted our normal $300 a week, so $1,200, and then $200 for household, $175 for gas for our cars, and then $48 for miscellaneous. All right, and finally for sinking funds. So sinking funds are funds where you put money aside every single month for a specific purpose, and you may use it that month or you may not. So we have a bunch of sinking funds. Let's go through all the money we're putting into our sinking funds in February. So for my husband, myself, and my soon-to-be 3 kids, we are each getting $100 for personal spending. For me, I use that for like clothes and makeup, and Starbucks pretty much is like my things that I spend it on. For my kids, again, it's like clothes or toys, or if they need something like for an activity or something, we'll take it out of their personal spending. $250 for school and activities, and then $50 for gifts. We are putting $200 aside for birthdays and Christmas all throughout the year. This will cover the cost of my kids' birthday parties, birthday presents, and then anything we get for Christmas for them, and anything like costs related to Christmas cards and everything. So we save all year long for those things, and that way when those known events come up, like we know when they're going to be and about how much we need for those things, we are not scrambling to find the money because we can plan for it ahead of time. For car maintenance, we are setting aside $100, and then house maintenance $500. I'm so glad we've been doing this and we've just like gotten used to it, because as much as I would like to not spend much on house maintenance, it just seems like stuff always comes up. And so yeah, setting aside $500 a month for house maintenance has been super helpful. And then we are putting $300 into our medical sinking fund. Obviously, like, I'm having a baby in a couple months. We are expecting to hit our max out of pocket for our insurance, and we're not gonna have to pay that all like the day I go deliver. We'll get medical bills trickling in, I'm sure, like over the next 6 months after that. But the last time I had a baby, we did have to give a deposit of like $1,000 or $1,500 or something, or we didn't have to, but like they asked us to when we went into the hospital. So I expect them to ask for that again. So we're trying to build up a little reserve in our medical sinking fund to be prepared to give that deposit. And then we also have money that goes into an HSA through my husband's work. That's a health savings account, and we'll be able to pay some medical bills out of that as things come in the mail. So between the sinking fund and the HSA, we should have enough to cover all the medical expenses for our family for the year. And then finally, nothing for travel right now. Eventually we will plan a family vacation, but right now we're focused on having this baby and just being home and enjoying our home and our expensive mortgage. So I do use this sinking fund for my husband's work travel expenses, because he does travel a few times a year for work, and that comes out of pocket for us, and then he gets reimbursed. So it's easier to track through this sinking fund and have it kind of be its own line item in our budget. So our travel sinking fund, even though we're not funding it, it does serve a purpose in our budget. It's just not something that like you guys see me going over too much in my videos, because it's like kind of on the other end of things. So for February, we have 3% of our net income going to pay yourself first, which is investing in long-term savings, 8.2% to debt, 70.1% to expenses, and 18.7% to sinking funds. And that is everything for our February budget. So expect the March budget video to be up soon. Also, my January budget recap will be up soon, and we will get all caught up with our budget content and back on track. As I mentioned before, if you like this spreadsheet, it'll be linked in the video description. You can get it for yourself. As always, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I'll talk to you guys soon in the next one. Bye.